Okay, welcome to Blender. So today we're going to be making a little bit of a striped background. So what I'm going to do is let's go to the render. We'll switch out this EV to cycles. We're going to work with this default cube right here. I get it, many of you delete them, but alas, we're going to work with it today. Alright, so to begin with, we're going to go with shading tab, and I'm going to make sure that the cube is facing the right way for what we need it to be. So let's go with texture, and we will go with the brick texture at the top right here. So you want to go color with base color, and you'll notice that the bricks are on top right here. So this is the side of the cube that we want to work with, or the side of the cube. So let's go with 90 degrees, turn that to the side, because I'm going to need this side essentially. Alright, so what I'm going to do is let's make sure this effect actually works before we move ahead. I'm going to go this side with the stripes, edit, and I'm going to go ahead and take away the front face. So we'll go delete faces, and I'm going to take the back face right here, and all I'm going to do is E for extrude, and then we're going to rotate it a good couple of times. So we'll take this right here. We'll go E for extrude, 1, or -1, here we go. And then we're going to go for rotate, and maybe we'll do it about 40 by 40. Okay, so we got E for extrude, and we're going to go -1, and we will rotate by 40. So we got that nice little kind of cush rotation right there. E for extrude, we're going to go with -1. And then go ahead and rotate that by 40. 40 once more. And then we'll go for E for extrude. -1. Rotate that by 40. As such. So we kind of got this nice little crunch right here. I'm going to go with side view. So it's going to be 1. We're going to select the sides that we've just made. And then S for scale. Make sure that you've got everything selected. Go ahead and hold down shift if not. I'm going to scale this outwards. G, bring this forward. And you can go and scale this outwards just a little bit more. So you're kind of making this like really surreal kind of tunnel that we're going to work with. And once you get to the end right here, you can just go E for extrude and then S for scale just to scale this down. As such, so it kind of matches everything. Right, okay, so once we've got something like this, what I'm going to go ahead and do is let's align camera to begin with. So we'll go with object, view, and then we'll go align camera to view, just about here. I'm going to press G just to bring this back so that we have that nice little warp going through. And I'm going to go ahead and go back to the shading tab here. Now, with this you can do practically anything. You can do brick width on different heights, whatever you'd like for your piece. So I might just have mine. I kind of want to stretch them a little bit. Let's see what that looks like. So if we stretch them, it's like this. And then if we go and we up the mortar size a little bit. So if you want a good mortar, it's 0.01. Brick width. You can go ahead and experiment with that. It'll just make the bricks a little bit tighter. And then you've got the bias, which will just randomize the bricks a little bit. So you've got different textures, so to speak. And then you've got width. We've just done width, haven't we? And then you've got height as well. So you can make them a little bit longer. Now, if you wanted these as tiles, go to the offset and just go ahead and move that to the side. I'm going to keep mine as tiles. I'm going to up this mortar size actually to 2. So we've got something like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and add this into metallic. Sorry, keep the base colour and then up the metallic. Take down that roughness. Kind of got that nice little shine coming through. I'm going to take the brick texture right here, so shift D, duplicate this out, color to the roughness. Let's go to add bump. Place this in the middle. You want to go color to height right here. You want to go height, distance up, filter up on that bump. so that we've kind of got this nice little pattern coming through. And when we render this, you'll notice that it's really dark, and the reason for that is because we don't have any lighting within it at the moment. So let's go with layout. We can go and take this lighting and we can put it in here. Alternatively, what I would like to do is let's go to add plane. We're going to go with rotate by 90 degrees, so this is flat against, and then we will go with modifiers, add modifier, and you want wireframe. And click the relative and click the boundary as well, and then just go ahead and make that a little bit thicker depending on what you'd like. So let's go to material, let's go with new, switch out the principal BSDF under surface to emission. We'll go and make this purple, or at least as purple as we can get it. There we go. Alright, so when we render this now, we still don't have much light, but we do have light around the outside. So we're going to go ahead and up the strength of the emission. And we should now start to see little details appearing. So from this point, let's go. I'm just going to take this off render. And let's go for the second render at the top, solid, the viewport shading. And then we'll go to X-ray mode so that we can see on the inside. So let's go with S for scale, just to bring this down a little bit. G to bring this to the back. I'm going to go ahead and rotate this randomly onto a random angle. Let's go with Shift D, move this forward. Let's rotate this onto another random angle. Shift D, move this forward again. And then we'll rotate this onto some random angle. Again, I'm just going to go ahead and push that back just ever so slightly so we get that detail just coming in there. Alright, so when we render this, what we should have for a nice little background is this kind of funky thing going on right here. So a lot of different rings, and you can kind of see all the patterns in the back. I think it needs more rings, but I think this is okay as well. I'm going to go ahead and place another ring at the entrance, actually. I think that would really set this off. Let's see. Where's my ring at? Let's take this one. Alright, so Shift D to duplicate that out. When my computer catches up. I kind of like it, but I think that works. You can kind of see what's going on in there. So totally up to you. I mean, like, you could change this to like a red or a green or a blue if you wanted to. That turquoise is real nice. I do like that turquoise. That's kind of that's pretty turquoise. Yeah. Ooh, okay. So now we have the camera. So I'm presuming that we're at the view of the camera right here. It's up to you whether you want to add depth of field to that. I mean, it's nice the way that it is. I like it. It's nice. Alright, so yeah, I think I'm going to leave that there. If you want to go ahead and add depth of field, just go to the data at the side, depth of field, choose an object and play around with that f-stop. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Please like, subscribe. Bye bye.